Greetings and welcome to my World of Tanks video. This is the Stinger, one of the newest contract tanks that's available. And one of my friends had a killer video, or actually has a game that he wanted me to make a video of the replay to show what he did. And man, it just I saw the highlight photos. It was pretty awesome. So I had to go and find the actual image of the Stinger light tank. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'm not doing this contract yet. I'm going to do this contract as soon as I finish stage 5 of the chisel, because stage 5 of the chisel gives you 3 free days of premium. Once I get that, adios muchacho. I'm not interested in going through that prison. You know, I did my prison time on the Tusk. Okay, great. Chisel, it's fantastic. It's a super awesome tier 10 medium tank. I don't want to play tier 10 medium tanks, so I don't need a chisel. Would I like to have one just to have it visually like this in my garage? Now, this is not in my garage. This is just the contract image of the tank. We could go and look at all the stats like this. So we can look at this. The maximum speed starts off 65, which is not too great. That means it's going to max out at 78, which is not really that special. I mean, it's good. It's good. To be special, you need to hit 82 and above. All right, which makes the Panzer 1C, that one is special. Mine is set up and rolls 91. The Snakebite, mine is set up, it runs 92. It can go even faster. I haven't messed with the faster speed. But if you want something that's ultra special, Panzer 1C, that's a tier 3. You can buy it for like 40 or 50,000 silver. Anyone can buy it. It's not a premium. The Snakebite is a premium. Okay, so that's a 5,000 or 6,000 gold premium. I could be wrong. It might be less. I don't know. But that one, those two go super fast. You know, they're, like I said, they're above 90. So those are special. Now, this will be a great one to have as a contract. Is free. It doesn't require anything. Most of this was doable. I think it was like tier 5 or 6. It's not too difficult. You know, this is not, all mercenary contract tanks like have a level that's comparable to the tier that they're on. Okay. So this one is down here because it's a tier 6 or a 7, whichever one it is. I don't remember. The chisel's up here, as is the Tusk. You gotta have either a 10 or a 9 to do the Tusk. You gotta have a 10 to do the chisel, or in place of a 10, you can go up to Cold War, and anyone can do it. So anyone can do the tier 10 Tusk, the machine, or the chisel. You can do those without having a tier 10 tank. You can just do it in Cold War, which is how I did the Tusk. All right, because I needed to have tier 10 light tanks to do the Tusk, or I could use the ones that were in Cold War, which is what I did, because I'm like, it'll be months before I get that. Well, anyway, I'm still working on that tier 10 because I already got my Tusk and did that other stuff, and I don't like that. I was doing American from way back in the earliest first year. I figured, well, I was already down the road. I figured I'll go and get the 7 and the 8 and the 9. The American 8 Bulldog I thought was trash. I hated the way it controlled it. It was too fidgety, just twisted and turned. I don't like that at all. The tier 9, I have it now. It's mediocre. Nothing. When I'm done with it, it's good in the garbage. The Walker Bulldog in the garbage. Sold it, got rid of it, don't want it. I'll never use it again. It's total trash. I couldn't stand it. I don't care for the T-49. It's not trash, but I don't care for it. It's not fast enough. I like speed. That's me. So this is the Stinger. Let me get the replay for you, and it's going to be awesome. Okay. I had not done this before, so in the original recording, it started me on the wrong team. So we'll see what happens here. Same story. Trying to find the Stinger. There we go. This is the hero of our story. This is Will Gucci. Alright, let's just see what he does here. Well, this guy's in trouble. On this replay, I can control the camera relative to the tank position. I'm trying to keep it where it's the most useful. Yeah, there's a guy right there at his 10 o'clock. Heavy tank, as you can see, that blue icon. Oh, what a nice, that's a nice tag, Will. So yeah, he's got a partner to his left. But blue team is winning. That artillery is moving into a crazy position. Nice. What a great ambush. Goodbye. Yeah, that wall has finished him. That was a fantastic ambush. This is the first time I've ever done a follow of another player's video. I've done this myself as on replays of my game where it defaults yourself is where you start. And like an idiot, I just assumed it was going to start on him. But and I look back and go, how would the machine know who I was following? It didn't. And that's why the first time I ran through this, I was on the wrong team. It started like you saw. That T-37, not the Stinger, because this is what we're here for. We're here to see the Stinger in action. And like I said, well, he didn't say this. He was kind of alluding to it indirectly, but I'm going to say it. Like, man, this Stinger video is like, when you see this and you go, this tank is free, you just have to go through the contract process to get it. Where do I sign up? You get this tank for free. So after you see this, if you're not already going to work on the Stinger contract, I'm pretty sure that you are going to work on the Stinger contract, as I am. I mean, this is a tier 6 butt kicker. At least that's the way he's making it seem. He's showing it's obviously great versatility. A powerful light tank. with good mobility. I mean, exceptional handling, as he's demonstrating. And the gun is vicious. This is a vicious gun, and you'll see why at the end. Now you got to remember that the final guy is a blue heavy tank, and he shoots him from pretty good range when he gets to the final thing. So he's looking for those blue diamonds, when normally, the home team is blue. Well, we're playing this from his perspective, where he's the orange team, which is the enemy team normally. If you look at your own replays, your team would be default blue. Ah, you missed, sucker. Fantastic. You tried to ram him. Good luck with that. Ooh, crushing artillery shot. Gotta give that guy the credit he deserves. That artillery shot was awesome, because he was on the move. As an artillery guy, I can tell you I would be very proud of that shot. To hit him at the speed he was going was not easy. Beautiful. An absolutely outstanding maneuver. Those of us who are veteran, top skilled light tank players are watching this and going, man, this dude is awesome. I mean, really, he's done everything right. It's a top-notch, flawless performance. The only thing you can't fault, it's not his fault, that artillery guy just threw out a terrific shot that hit him but didn't kill him. He took a giant chunk of his life. So you got to give that artillery guy credit. He dropped a bomb on him and he still survived, which was shocking. Yeah, M41. That's a good artillery. I don't have my, the only American artilleries I have are my Tier 2, because that was my first artillery ever, and my Tier 9 and my Tier 10. The 9 was American, is better than the 10. So that's my favorite. But I have the 10. I go, well, yeah, I might as well just keep it. So it's in the garage. So I have a 10 American artillery. I hardly ever use that 10 artillery. But that M41 is a good artillery. As you saw, he dropped an awesome shot on him. So we got to give him credit. But you couldn't play this any better. You could get luckier that he got, like that artillery shot might have missed. It might have killed him too. But his handling of the tank, it's just been phenomenal. Like I said, this is the video you look at this and go, sold. We'll take it. There it is. That's just, he's doing this not the way I would have anticipated. I would have anticipated he was going to approach that guy and then cut inside of his rotation and do what I call the bumblebee, which means to spin around the victim faster than his turret can rotate. That's the normal way light tank guys. Look, he's got 2 marks on his barrel. Those are marks of excellence. So he's got, double marks of excellence there already, which is fantastic. But light tank players know the bumblebee technique. I call it that. Other people may not call it that. They probably don't. But the bumblebee technique is an awesome technique to kill mediums and heavies one-on-one. But he's not doing that. He's doing this as a lightweight mobile sniper, which is super more difficult. Not the way I would do it. I would have said, that's not how I recommend doing it. You know, but whatever floats your boat. But man, if he said he's doing it, I'm like, well, I've seen your work. Okay. You know, it's like he's going to go out there and Michael Jordan this thing. I'm like, well, you really don't have to do... Oh, okay, well, you know, I see you work now, so yeah, that's fine. This is truly what you would call superstar performance. And I don't use that word lightly. Or, you know, normally I refer to people trying to be a superstar when they're not close. This is an example of a true superstar performance. You know, he pulled one out of the grave like Dracula. He had one foot in the grave. He's like, well, you know what? I'm not going to the grave yet. I got work to do. So I'm telling you, you don't see this very often. He's just got, you know, the courage of William Wallace to just stand there and just drill this guy with a sniper shot. I mean, I guess I could have aligned that through the barrel to see what he saw, but that didn't occur to me. Let's do this one. Another one. Dude, that was phenomenal. Will, that was a phenomenal performance. I know he's going to watch this video. He's the one who recommended it to me. I'm like, dude, that's an awesome idea. So let me get you the final photos that he sent to me so you can see what he did in the numbers. All right, as you can see, our hero was more than just a hero. He was the MVP. 8 kills and 2,200 damage. It's just superb. I mean, I don't really know what you could say beyond that. So I have a couple more pictures. Let me get those for you. Well, the old saying is numbers don't lie. And we saw, you know, what you could say literally was a phenomenal performance. I guess he had to use a bunch of premiums to kill some of those guys. Minus 48,000 is expensive, but hey, when you're a true artist and you're creating a work of art, that's irrelevant. You know, that 6,300 experience is phenomenal. You know, 3,900 tank experience, also phenomenal. 8 kills. You know, and his team was dead. Those I'm sure no one survived. I mean, not survived, but no one hung around. Usually when that happens, almost nobody hangs around to see if you're going to pull one out of the fire. And he did. I was in a match with a guy who did the same thing as this, and I posted the video of it. And I hung around because my team was right there. It was a great game that my team barely won. So, you know, every once in a while, you know, and I was watching the other guys finish it off. You know, I scored number 3, but the guy who scored number 1 was just this kind of phenomenal, all right? So I was there, you know, we're close. I did great. You know, I'm hanging around because we're in this close game to the end. So I'll hang around and watch guys who are going to pull this kind of, you know, monster stuff because you can't buy that. And you know, I've been in the position of Will where I pulled one out. Well, maybe not as good as this one, but, you know, in the vicinity, right? Where I've been the guy, you know, making the magic happen. I've had guys, you know, man, I did it, and the guy was like, that was awesome. I'm like, you were there watching. It was fantastic. So this is one of those things. You just never know who's going to hang around. Most of the time, no one hangs around. And if any of those guys hang around, man, they got a show. All right? They got an absolute show. So now let me show you. You see that medal count at the very top? 12 medals? Well, guess what I have for you? Ta-da! Or Shazam. Wow, 12 medals. That's freaking awesome, as you can see. What was that one? The Pascucci medal. Yeah, you kill a couple of artilleries. Not as an artillery. Mastery badge, you think? The mastery badges, as you can see, are pretty difficult to get. So, dude, that was unbelievable. Okay? It was just unbelievable. So the only thing I don't have is the ability to move the cursor to show you all the medals he got, and the screen is so small I cannot read them. Oh, I mean, I could, but I'd block the camera to do it. So those are phenomenal. You know what? I probably should do it. Let me block this camera so I can move in close enough without scaring people. So yeah, that's a Radley medal. I think Radley Walters. I mean, that is just awesome. That's okay. I don't recognize the bronze tank one with the cluster around it, which is the 4th medal. The 5th medal with the ribbon is the Fire for Effect. The brass knuckles medal is the Bruiser. The one to the right on the top is the Arsonist. I'm sorry, he blew up a tank with its own ammo. I forgot. I got one myself today, and I don't remember what the title of it is. Doesn't matter. Demolition, I believe, is what that's called. The one at the bottom with the horseshoe is the Hand of God. Took damage from 4 different guys and still lived. I think that golden tank is the high caliber for like highest damage in the game. The one with the sword vertical is the Top Gun. He killed 6 or more guys. Duelist is the one with the 2 swords, like fencing swords. And then the bluish square with the diagonal thing with the, I don't know, I guess that's the barrel. Or it's either the barrel or the casing of a shell. I don't know which. It's too small, and my screen is even smaller. With the skull on it, that should be his Mark of Excellence medal. So he told me he was working on getting the 3rd Mark of Excellence, and I was like, well, I don't know, you know. After seeing this, I'm like, you just let me know when you get it, okay? In my mind, it's like, okay. You know, you hear these kind of things from people, and you don't know without seeing firsthand what they did or what they're capable of doing, I guess is a better way to put it. You don't know, you know, we all say whatever. I'm like, oh, that's nice. You know, we're going to be polite about it. Well, I don't have to be polite. Dude, that was phenomenal. So if he says he's going to get his 3rd Mark of Excellence, I'm sure you agree with me. It looks like, well, it's just a matter of not if, but when. Because that was an awesome, and I mean an awesome game that any player would be proud and then some to call their own. So, you know, he mentioned it to me, you know, maybe I would, you know, would I consider doing a video of it? And I thought, dude, that's awesome. Just on the description, it was great. Okay, then he sent me the pictures. I'm like, oh man. So I saw, you know, these 3 pictures is what I saw about the thing. I'm like, oh yeah, man, this is gonna be fantastic. I mean, you pull 12 medals. The most I pulled is 12. My friend got 13. Or is it my friend got 12 and I got 11? Something like that. I either got 12 or 11 as my most, when I can't remember which one it is, but it's close. But I mean, there's other medals you could have gotten. I don't know, you know, really there wasn't, you know, I can't think of any good ones that he doesn't already have. The only thing is missing, I think, yeah, the only thing that would have made this even better would have been if you know, he got to the point where he was 4-1 down. If you're 5-1 down and pull it out, that's Kolobanov's medal. That's the only thing that he didn't get. That's how awesome this was. But that's the Kolovanov's medal is just super difficult, and it's like right time, right place. You can't really, you can't do it. It's not on you that you didn't get it, or meaning him. It's not on him that he didn't get it. He never faced it because what we saw, he could have pulled it off, and that would have made this thing perfect. All right, but it's not his fault. It's one of those things that the Kolovanov medal requires certain things to happen. Your team has to really kind of stink for you to be down 5-1 or more and come back like he did here, where he was only down 4-1. Not to say only, dude, this is a phenomenal result that anyone would go, yes, this is one of my best games, if not my best game ever. So just a phenomenal performance. So that's the thing. I'm not saying that it was in any way lacking. You can only do what's in front of you. You can't do anything more than that. So we don't complain about stuff we didn't get. We do what we did. He was basically put on this, hey, and everybody's the same. We go into a match. It might come down to you and multiple guys to win, and you either do it or you don't. I mean, and it's not on him. His team has to play to a certain level to make it to where they've killed 11, and then he's going to have to, well, not they, but the whole team has killed 11, and then he has to finish off the remaining guys, 4, which he did. 8 kills is a phenomenal result in any regular tank because you're taking shots. You're facing guys. I mean, he ambushed that one guy and just shredded him. He beat that heavy tank. Not the way normal light tank players beat the heavy tank, which is of higher difficulty and worthy of praise in and of itself, which is why I mentioned that. As a light tank master, I looked at this man, this guy is awesome. Okay? He's awesome. So that's the thing. Hopefully you guys got to enjoy this as much as I did. I thought this was a fabulous performance. Like I said, anyone would love to have this as a showpiece, like, hey, well, this is what I can do. Maybe you could use me on your team. Yeah, we could use you on the team for sure. So if you stayed around and watched the whole thing, outstanding performance, sir. It was a pleasure to watch you work. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Wow, I just can't. I mean, it just blows my mind. It was such a great performance. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Will, I'm telling you, this is no lie. This is an unbelievable performance, and anyone would love to say that they were anywhere close to this level. They'd be thrilled. So thanks for the suggestion. It was so awesome. I hope that people really get a chance to look at it and go, wow, appreciate what you have done, because it is not something that happens all the time. And I can really, really understand how proud you must be of it. You deserve every bit of it. You earned that victory, man. It was awesome. I'll see you guys later.